Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods, proudly supported by Just Car Insurance.
Now, if you're into modifying cars, then chances are you're into modifying car stereos. But what do you do if you got no cash?
Or what do you do if you live in an area that sucks so bad that someone always steals your stereo? I hate that.
Or maybe your car sucks so bad that...
What?
Maybe your car sucks so bad that you don't want to spend more on the stereo than you did on the car itself.
Exactly. So today Mighty Car Mods is coming to the rescue, and we are going to show you how to install a complete car audio solution, including a subwoofer, for only $50.
And we're going to be doing it on one of our new cars.
Man, I love this new car. It makes me feel like I've got a bag of sherbet in my pants that's fizzing uncontrollably. This is the new car that Marty bought last night. It doesn't work, it's got no rego, it's rusty, and I don't love it, and I especially don't love pushing it up a hill. This is a 1991 Subaru Fiore, also known as a Sherpa, one of the few key cars imported into Australia. It weighs just over 500 kilos, and we picked this one up for a couple of $100. Obviously, it's seen better days. There isn't a single panel without damage, it's got its fair share of rust, and we don't even know just how broken it really is. It comes with a 4-cylinder engine, which pushes out a massive 31 kilowatts that will see you launch yourself from 0 to 100 in only 45 seconds. It's got a simple functional interior, but just like Marty's old white Subaru, the windscreen leaks, so the interior is a little bit swampy and smells quite fruity. Amazingly, the previous owner had tried to get some cred by slapping on a Mighty Mod sticker, but it wasn't put on straight. It's ugly and rough, but that's no surprise. It's a Subaru, so it's perfect for our budget stereo install.
Okay, so there's the new car, and I love it. It's time to give it some mad beats.
Now, personally, I would love to beat the crap out of that car, but as we need it for this video, I'm not allowed to do that yet, so I'm going to show you the stuff that you need for this mad system. Grab a CD-ROM from an old PC, or you can pick them up for about $2. We got this big old speaker for $15 from a second-hand shop, and these cheap hi-fi speakers were $5 from a garage sale. You'll need an old extension lead, and you'll also need a voltage regulator from your local electronics shop. We ripped this amp out of an old car, but you can get one on eBay for as little as $20, so let's get to it.
The first thing you'll need to get your mad stereo happening is to get a 4-pin power plug to suit your CD-ROM drive.
So we just cut that plug out of the PC. This goes into the back of the CD player. Now the CD player runs on 12 volts and 5 volts. Luckily we can get 12 volts from the car's system, but to get 5 volts we need to run on one of these little voltage regulators which sheds off the extra voltage as heat. So we need one of these heat sinks, and it all works mad.
12 volts is fed into the left pin of the regulator and it puts out 5 volts on the right. You'll also need to wire in an earth wire to the middle pin. Solder it up and wrap it in heat shrink so you don't blow any fuses. We've crimped on some bullet connectors to match up to the existing stereo wiring. When you're all done, it should look something like this.
Now it's often easier to test this stuff on the bench. If we've wired it up properly, we should be getting 12 volts on the yellow wire, which we are. And now our voltage regulator is shedding 7 volts and turning that into heat. So if we've done that right, we should be getting 5. It's blinking. Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
We think we've just invented something that no one's ever thought of in the history of mankind or beast, ever. Even the dinosaurs didn't come up with this. They got frozen though. They got owned by the weather. But this is pretty exciting, what's about to happen, because this is the first time ever that we have invented... Yep, that's going. This is a portable music device. I will call it the iPod. I'd like to apologise for the dancing that you've just seen. Okay, time to make the sub. I'm cutting the top off the speaker box and just keeping the section that houses the 12-inch woofer. Wow. Check out the precision. You know, squares and boxes are never good for acoustic treatment, and angles are always better. That's why when you go to recording studios, you'll see they're never boxes, they're angular. And so this is going to diffract 8 hertz away. That's the frequency that makes you vomit and poo uncontrollably. And that's this technique that I've done there will make sure that you don't end up crapping in your car, because we've all seen what happens when you do that. So there it is. That is that's going to become our sub. That's a 12-inch woofer. On the back here, it's already wired in, so we literally don't have to modify anything else at all on that. So the car amp will literally go into there, and we've got our sub. Now it doesn't look that pretty at the moment, but I am going to fix it up, and it is my goal today to make this indistinguishable from a commercial sub that you would buy in the shop. And considering this whole thing was $15, that is as cheap as you are going to get your bass. Now your sub box does need to be enclosed, because that's how you get your good tight bass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to salvage a piece of speaker wood from here, and I'm going to clean this up and then screw it on the top, and that way we've got a nice enclosed sub, and it's going to look mad. Now if we're lucky, this piece is going to fit nicely. Look at that. We are going to make that work. It's the best sub I've ever seen. I'm going to wrap the box with some leftover carpet from our show car build. I've also got a black speaker grill, which was $10. You don't actually need this or the carpet, but it does make it look a whole lot better.
Now this is an old extension cord for running mains power through. To keep our budget stereo install happening, we're going to run our power down these 3 wires and combine them, run it through the firewall, connect it to the battery, and the other end to our amplifier.
Crimp on a connector for the power wire. It's a good idea to run a fuse to protect your investment. Run your power wire down through the car and into the amp. Find a good spot to earth the amp and run a switched 12-volt wire to the remote input to turn it on and off with the ignition. Now you can use the wire from your extension cord to connect up your speakers. We're using some old home theatre speaker wire that Moog found in his underpants.
Now as you know, Moog is all about stealth, but in this case I'm about maximum audio fidelity with our speakers, so they're going here.
It's time for me to bring the bass. Yes. Look at that. That's a $15 sub. That's great. It's all done, and it sounds surprisingly good. Now, if the car wasn't a complete embarrassment and it was actually registered, we could cruise the suburbs sharing our beats with the street. But as it's not, we're just gonna rock out on the driveway.
So there it is. Now, it's good to remember that a car stereo is literally just a stereo put in a car.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a big deal, does it?
Not at all, and you can do it for less than $50, and we did it in one afternoon.
Exactly. Now, the great thing about this system is that a thief isn't going to walk along and see a CD-ROM sitting in there and want to steal it because they're literally worth nothing. But if you are having problems with your car getting broken into, I got a little tip for you. Remove the Clarion sticker from your back window and you might have less smashed glass when you go out to your car in the morning. Just a little tip. Maybe put a mightycarmods.com sticker there instead. Mad.
You ready?
Hold on, yeah. Well, we can't blow it. This is our whole budget's going on this one special effects shot, dude, so get it right. So I'll count 3, 2, 1, and on 2 you start lifting, okay?
Alright, ready?
And Dolly's moving. 3, 2, up with the hood. 1. That's great.
Did that work?
Yeah, and if we've got the time and money, we'll just key out you and the rope so it looks like it opened magically.
Yeah, I'm mad.